All right, how's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be taking a look at the Apple Studio display that you see behind me here. I want to give my input on it because I've been using it for a while, and overall, I'm beyond satisfied. And while it's not the perfect display, and we'll talk about that in the video, I do recommend it, and I want to talk about some of the things I like and some of the areas where I feel Apple could improve with their next iteration. So yeah, let's just get right into this. So I use this display primarily for software development, video editing, photo editing, and then everything in between. And while I typically use my iPad for more media consumption, but I use the Studio display for the more intensive tasks. And I feel like that's where it really shines when you need more real estate and you have a heavier workload. It's perfect for that. Now, the display itself uses LCD technology. It's IPS, which is slightly older. There are things like OLED where you get truer, deeper blacks and more vibrant colors. But I'll say this, for older technology, Apple's execution is 100% dialed. Yes, this is older screen technology, but the colors are still super vibrant and the contrast ratio is great. The resolution, obviously being 5K, is super crisp, super sharp. It works really well with macOS scaling, so everything just looks as it should. It looks basically identical to how it does on my MacBook Pro's display. The only difference there being my MacBook has 120 hertz refresh rate. This one's stuck at 60, which for the price is a huge problem with me. I think for the price point of this Apple Studio display, they should have 100% made it 120 hertz refresh. Pretty disappointing to be paying as much as we pay for this display and still have it be stuck at 60 hertz. That being said, when I'm using the display, it's not something that I actually notice. When I'm using it, it looks smooth enough to me. I'm not gaming on it, so it's not like the high refresh rates are paramount, right? For productivity work, the high refresh rates, it's really just a nicety. It's not something that I would deem essential, if that makes sense. There's no backlight bleed on this display. Oftentimes, IPS panels will have the corner backlight bleeds and it looks really gross. That's not present here. Apple has done a great job with their LCD IPS execution. I cannot complain. I'm also pleased to announce that it works with my Lenovo as well. This is a USB-C powered Lenovo ThinkPad, and without doing anything on my end, it just loads up and works perfectly. So that's really cool, and I didn't expect that, but I am happy that that worked out. The uniformity is great as well. In the center of the screen, it gets a little more yellow than everywhere else. Every LCD display is going to have some uniformity issue. There isn't such a thing as a perfect display, and most people don't really notice it, but I am hypersensitive, OCD. I do notice these things. However, this panel, in terms of the panel lottery, I think is pretty good. Yes, it's not 100% uniform, but I haven't had a screen that is. So all things considered, it looks really good. There are no external buttons on the display too, which means that it kind of powers on when you plug something in and turns off when you unplug something. And I really like that. It's not something I ever would have thought I liked. I never have to worry about my image not coming through on the Mac. It's really responsive. I just have to tap a key or click something on the mouse and everything powers up right away, which definitely wasn't the case with the old LG 4K monitor that I was using prior. It would just kind of stay asleep until I unplugged the Mac and plugged it back in. So that's not an issue here. Obviously, this display works really nicely with your MacBook Pros, your MacBook Airs, and your Studios, whatever you're using. It all works really efficiently, and that is one of the reasons that you pay such a premium for this display, is just to have everything work the way that you expect it. But yeah, overall, I am exceedingly pleased with it. I plan on using it for a very long time. If my finances permit, I would like to actually pick up a second one too, just for when I'm video editing and development work. It's really nice to have two 27-inch displays, but for the time being, this will work, and I highly recommend this display if you're looking for a premium external display. You can't get a better one than this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Let me know what I can do to improve in the next video, and I will see you guys later. Adios, friends.